Okay. So I just wanted to walk you through real quick the process of getting the book, getting set up with the book and with Statcrunch using Pearson, using the Pearson website. So these are the instructions that I posted right above where this video is. Um, and so you can kind of follow along. But if you click on this link, I'm gonna, so if you click on the link, it'll take you to the Pearson page. And then once you're here, you need to, under register, you need to click on student. And it'll say, you know, you need an email address, a course ID, and a way to pay for access. So you say, okay, so I have these things, let's register. If you don't have a way to pay, by the way, you can get a couple weeks of free access, okay? So you need to sign up today because you're gonna have homework assignments today, right? If you're waiting, you know, for financial aid or something, right? Still, you need to sign up now, right? You might as well just sign up while you're watching this video. Okay, but so now it's going to prompt us to enter the course ID. Oh, and so let me get it. So the course ID is on the syllabus page. It's on this little thing right here. Okay, so the course ID is Haywood 43462, right? 43462. You hit continue. And it says, okay, if you already have a Pearson account because you've used My Math Lab in the past or something like that, then you can just sign in with your same username and password that you have used before. If you don't have a Pearson account, then you're going to have to create one, right? So you say, you know, create, and then put in your email address, your username, password, all of that stuff. It doesn't have to be your school email. It can be whatever, you know, your private email is. I'm probably never going to send you an email through My Math Lab. I'm going to do most of my communication through Canvas. But anyway, so just put in here whatever you're more likely to remember. Okay, but put in your email address, username, password, your name, and all of that stuff, and then you're gonna create your account. So there's only so far that I can take you in this process because I'm the instructor on the course, and so I can't sign up as a student for the course. So, and besides that, I already have an account through Pearson, so I can't create a new one. But you would create your account, and then once you've created your account, then they're going to prompt you to pay, right? So, and there are a couple ways that you can pay. If you bought an access code, then there'll be a place for you to enter that access code. If you just want to buy access directly from the website, then there will be a place for you to put in your credit card information there. And if you want to get 2 weeks of free access, you can do that as well, right? There will be a little button or something that you can press that says, I need 2 weeks of free access or 14 days of temporary access or something like that. And then you can upgrade your access later on, okay? But what I do want to do real quick is take you back now and show you what it will look like once you have gotten all set up. So once you've registered for the class and you want to come and sign in again, then obviously you don't have to re-register each time, right? You're just going to click on the sign in button. And then you'll sign in with the username and password that you created. In my case, my username is my email address, my school email address, and I'm not going to tell you my password. And then here we are, right? So our course is this one, statistics. Did I spell it right? Statistics. Yep, statistics textbook and Statcrunch access. So you click on that, and then you come to the course. And actually, you probably won't see a lot of this stuff when you see it, when you're looking at it. You'll probably only see these things here that don't have this funky symbol next to them. But anyway, what I want to point out to you is that you should not be doing any homework assignments or anything like that in My Math Lab. The way that you're going to do the homework assignments is through the textbook. And you access the textbook by clicking on e-text, right? So you click on e-text, and then you can say view the e-text for your course, and it'll bring up the textbook. It takes a second. Okay, so while that's thinking about if it's going to do what I'm asking it to do or not, let me just show you. So with each lecture, I've posted a set of notes. On the bottom of the last page of each set of notes, there's a homework assignment listed, right? In this case, your homework assignment for section 1 is 1.1, number 7 through 29 odd, and 39 through 47 odd. What I'm referring to there are problems out of the textbook. So here's the textbook. It's finally opened up, right? And I can navigate now to chapter 1, section 1. And then I can navigate to the end of the section. Probably a quicker way to do this is to navigate to section 1.2 and then go back a page or two so that you're looking at the homework assignments. But anyway, this also works. It just takes a little longer. But you flip to the end of the section. And by the way, there are a bunch of other examples here besides what we went over in the notes that might be useful for you to look at. Oh goodness, how long is this chapter? Here we go. Okay, and here's where the problems start. I guess they actually started on the previous page, so let me show you. Right, so here's where the homework problems begin, but I'm asking you to do numbers 7 through 29, right? So you wouldn't start here, you would go over to the next page. And then you start doing 7 through 29 odd, right? So you would answer, determine whether the underlying value is a parameter or statistic, following the blah, 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 and you go through, right? You go through and you answer. You don't have to write down the problems unless you want to do that. For me, it's fine if you just write down the answers. Now, the other thing that I'll point out to you is that I want you to check your work. I've given you odd numbered problems because the book has answers to our odd numbered problems in the back so that you can check your work to see, if you're doing everything correctly. So let me show you where you can check your answers. So, so if you scroll all the way down here, there's a little option that says answers. And so if you click on that, if we want the answer to 1.1 number 7, there it is, right? So 1.1 number 7, it should be a parameter, right? And that's how we can check our work. Now, it would be tempting for you as a student, I think, to probably just come back to this page and just copy down all the answers without actually thinking through the homework problems. And I'll tell you right now, if you do that, you're probably going to trick me. And good for you, I guess. It's not going to do you any good, though. You're still going to fail the quizzes and tests if you do that. So that would be a really stupid thing to do as a student, right? Try out the problems on your own before you come back and look at the answers, obviously, right? It should go without saying. You're only fooling yourself, I guess, because I know, of course, that you could just copy down the answers, but that's not the point. I think you're adults, and I think that, you know what you need to do in order to get what you need to get out of the course, right? So try out the problems before you look at the answers in the back. The other thing that I'll point out, so that's all I want to say about looking at the textbook. The other thing I'll point out is that you also have Statcrunch through this Pearson product. So you can click on Statcrunch and then open the Statcrunch website, and then you can start doing some stuff in Statcrunch. Statcrunch is this spreadsheet here, and there's all kinds of statistical stuff that we can do in Statcrunch. We're going to start using Statcrunch in Chapter 2. So we won't use it in Chapter 1 just yet, but we'll start using it in Chapter 2. And yeah, so I don't remember the price off the top of my head, but I think it's like 100. It's around $100 for both the textbook and access to Statcrunch. All in all, that's not a horrible deal. If you don't want to buy the textbook through my math lab, you can probably find an ebook online somewhere for relatively cheap. You could probably find it for maybe $30. And then you could buy access to Statcrunch separately for like $15 just by going to statcrunch.com. And then you can, make a username and password that way. Now, the only downside to doing it that way, though, is that a lot of times in the textbook, if you're looking at the textbook through Pearson, there will be a little symbol that you can click on for it to automatically load the data into Statcrunch for you to be able to manipulate it in Statcrunch. If you don't have the text through Pearson, then you have to manually enter those values by hand, which is kind of painstaking. And you're liable to make mistakes if you do that. So my advice would be just make it easy on yourself and just purchase the stuff through Statcrunch. $100 isn't really a lot of money to spend on a textbook, right? Textbooks can get a lot more expensive than that. And I think that's all I have to say about that.